Welcome to Daily Review, your daily dose of literary exploration. We dive into books that spark curiosity and ignite growth. While our passion often leads us to nonfiction reads that empower and improve your life, no book is off limits.
From gripping thrillers to insightful memoirs and compelling fiction to historical accounts, we're here to share and discuss all the interesting reads we discover.
Tune in for your next great book idea.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Daily Review. We truly appreciate you joining us for your daily dose of literary exploration. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue to share these amazing books with you.
If you're enjoying what you hear, please consider taking a moment to subscribe, rate, like, and comment on any of the platforms you're listening from. This really helps support our channel and allows us to get better and bring you even more great content.
If today's review sparked your interest and you're ready to dive into a copy of the book, please consider using the link in our description to make your purchase. Not only does it make it easy for you to get your hands on the book, but it also directly supports our channel and the author, allowing us to keep bringing you more great content. Thanks again for being a part of the Daily Review community.
Okay, so for today's deep dive, you've brought us excerpts from a really powerful and pretty emotionally charged narrative, Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us. We've spent some time with these sources and, wow, it's a raw look at some difficult truths.
It really is. And our goal today is to unpack these excerpts for you, really dig into the insights woven into this story. It tackles, the complexities of love, but also trauma, personal strength.
Yeah, the relationships are so intricate.
Exactly. And there are these profound lessons about breaking cycles, finding your own power. It doesn't shy away from the hard stuff, offers a very candid glimpse into experiences many people unfortunately face.
Absolutely. And what I found particularly interesting in the material you shared is the structure, the way the story's told. You have the protagonist, Lily, dealing with her present, but it's interwoven with these childhood diary entries.
Yeah, Ellen Diaries, yeah.
Right. Addressed to Ellen DeGeneres, which is, well, it's unexpected.
It adds such a unique layer, doesn't it? That vulnerability.
It does. It lets us see her past shaping her present in a really direct way. A clever device. Okay. Let's unpack this. So we start with Lily Bloom. She's reeling. She's just flown into Boston right after giving what she calls a disastrous eulogy for her father, Andrew Bloom, back in Maine.
Flothera, Maine. And he wasn't just anyone, right? Mayor, successful real estate guy.
Exactly. Revered publicly.
Mm-hmm.
But for Lily, the grief is complicated, heavy. There are all these unspoken things, this painful history with him. He presented one face to the world, but at home.
A much darker one.
Yeah. So she's carrying that weight. She finds this Boston rooftop, just looking for a quiet moment, some peace after a day like that. Trying to breathe.
Just needs a minute to process it all.
The air's cool, city lights are distant, and she's craving solace, maybe some female company. She actually makes this wish, doesn't she? Asks the universe for a woman, not a man.
Right, because she feels vulnerable. She says she's tough for her size, but still alone on a rooftop with a strange man. It feels unsafe.
But irony, or maybe fate, intervenes.
Yeah.
A silhouette appears.
Yeah.
Tall, broad shoulders. And this guy is clearly not okay.
Yeah, he's described as being on the verge of a breakdown.
Kicking a patio chair, smoking a joint, making these frustrated groans.
Definitely disrupts her attempt at finding peace.
Totally. It's this jolt of discomfort, a reminder that life throws things at you even when you're trying to hide.
And what's really captivating right away is Lily's perception of this stranger who we learn is Ryle Kincaid. It's all through these subtle sensory details.
Yeah, you get that tension immediately.
You do. The heavy rise and fall of his back, his narrow gaze, that tight mouth, described as a male version of the Mona Lisa.
That's such a striking image.
Isn't it? There's this immediate, unspoken connection, maybe a shared sense of distress, even before they talk. He offers her the joint.
Which she declines.
She does. But that gesture, it kind of sets the tone, doesn't it, for this unexpectedly intense intimacy. It's fascinating how these two strangers on a random rooftop just skip the small talk.
They really do. They dive right into the deep end.
Right into the deeply personal.
And what a dive. The conversation is, well, it's shockingly open. It creates this rapid, almost unnerving connection. Ryle, who we find out is a neurosurgeon, nearly done with his residency.
Right.
He just starts laying out these naked truths, as Lily calls them, about his life. No hesitation, he tells her, I watched a little boy die tonight.
Oh, wow. Just like that.
Just like that, he explains, his little brother found a gun, went off by accident. You can just feel how that experience is weighing on him, shaping his whole demeanor right then. It's insight into the trauma he's carrying.
That's incredibly heavy. Explains the chair kicking.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then he drops these really strong, almost absolute views on relationships. He says, point blank, the thought of marriage repulses me.
Repulses him. Strong word.
Very. And no desire for a wife or kids because he thinks he'd only be setting them up for failure.
That's quite a definitive stance, almost fatalistic.
It feels chillingly definitive.
Yeah.
He explains his focus is purely professional. He wants to be the best in my field. He even mentions his mom is disappointed because he just works, doesn't have that balanced life she wants for him.
So it's this very stark, almost cold ambition, driven by something deeper, it sounds like.
Feels like it.
And that accidental death he witnessed. It's not just a sad story he's telling a stranger. It sounds like a foundational wound for him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
His aversion to marriage, to kids, it's maybe less a preference and more a defense mechanism, right? Trying to control a world that feels dangerous, especially when it comes to love and loss after seeing something like that.
Shielding himself.
Exactly. Shielding himself, shielding any potential family from the kind of pain he seems to carry. It points to this deep fear of emotional entanglement, maybe responsibility, shaping his ambitious but maybe emotionally detached approach to life.
And Lily, maybe feeling emboldened by his raw honesty, she shares her own naked truths.
She reciprocates that vulnerability.
She does. Talks about her family moving from Maine and her name, Lily Blossom Bloom. Apparently her parents thought the flower synonym last names were fate.
Oh, that's kind of sweet in a way.
A bit quirky, yeah. And she shares her grief about her father's recent death. Ryle's first reaction is a bit dismissive, like, nice try, I'm not falling for that, like he thinks it's a line.
Oh, really? Wow.
But her sincerity, her real emotion, it clearly gets through to him. His interest is piqued. He shifts from being dismissive to actually curious.
So it's that back and forth of raw honesty.
Exactly. The surprising vulnerability exchange. That's what makes that first meeting so potent, I think. Sets the stage for everything else.
It's definitely that concept of naked truths the term Lily uses. Naked truths aren't always pretty, which Ryle picks up immediately. That defines this whole exchange.
It really does.
Despite the awkwardness, maybe even the bluntness, this immediate sharing of deep vulnerabilities creates this incredibly intense, almost uncomfortable bond. It shows how, in moments of fragility, those social masks can just disappear.
Yeah, allows for this rapid, profound connection.
Which can be disarming, but it becomes the foundation of their relationship, for better or worse. And you mentioned their contrasting views, Ryle's almost clinical ambition versus Lily's aspirations, which seem more grounded in something else.
Right, we'll see that develop.
That tension is there right from the start, a really powerful undercurrent.
And even from that first meeting, you get a sense of Lily's compassion, right? The complexity there. But to really understand where that comes from, we need to look back. Way back.
To the Ellen Diaries.
Exactly. Those diaries she kept. They're not just childhood scribbles. They're crucial windows into her formative years, who she became. She wrote entries addressed to Ellen DeGeneres.
From age 8 to 16.
Yeah. Convinced Ellen would love me if she got to know me, watch the show every day, poured out her thoughts.
It's such a unique way to structure the narrative, interweaving the past like that.
It really worked.
By putting her current struggles alongside that unvarnished childhood perspective, you get this incredible layering of her character. We don't just hear about her past. We experience her innocence, her developing morals, her values forming in real time, sort of.
You see it unfold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives crucial context for her present decisions, helps us understand her resilience, but also her vulnerabilities. And there's a poignant dramatic irony too, right? Seeing the seeds of adult issues planted in these naive childhood reflections.
Absolutely. It builds so much empathy.
Definitely. A masterful technique.
And inside these diaries, we really get into her relationship with Atlas Corrigan. This is such a pivotal connection for her.
Hugely formative.
It starts when she finds this homeless guy living in an abandoned house behind hers. And her reaction is just immediate compassion.
Instinctive kindness.
Totally.
Yeah.
She starts bringing him food, sandwiches, sodas, chips, just basic stuff. But as they connect, as she starts trusting him, it escalates. She brings him clothes, lets him shower at her house when her parents are out.
Wow. Even washes his laundry. That's extraordinary for a kid.
It really is. It shows this deep well of selfless care, way beyond typical teenage stuff.
And Alice's story revealed in these entries. It's heartbreaking.
It really is. He tells her about his difficult home, getting kicked out at 18 by an abusive stepfather. He talks about the reality of homelessness, can't get a job without an address or phone, shelters being unhelpful, dehumanizing, feeling invisible.
Stripped of dignity.
Yeah. And this shatters Lily's initial kind of naive ideas about why people are homeless, thinking they were lazy or drug addicts or just didn't want to work.
Her perspective completely shifts.
Completely. Atlas's reality makes her realize not everyone is homeless because they choose to be. They're homeless because there isn't enough help to go around. And this understanding becomes core to who she is. She writes this vow in her diary. When I grow up, I'm going to do everything I can to help other people.
That connection to the bigger picture is so powerful. Lily's journey from assumptions to empathy. It's a potent reminder for all of us, isn't it, to question our own biases.
For sure.
It shows how easy it is to judge from afar, to stereotype. Atlas's story dismantles those generalizations for Lily, and hopefully for the listener too. It really highlights how individual stories can foster deep empathy and challenge those broad societal views.
Yeah, seeing the human reality.
Exactly. And that even a small act, like sharing food, can be life-altering. It's about understanding complex issues through a human lens. Compassion starts with seeing the other person's reality.
And the key moments in their bond. They're incredibly impactful. They really cement that lasting connection. Atlas makes this shocking confession.
Exchanges everything.
Totally. He admits he went to that abandoned house to commit suicide. He was sitting in the living room floor with a razor blade to his wrist.
Oh my God.
But then Lily showed up, unexpectedly. He describes her standing there like an angel, backlit by the light of heaven, with food. And seeing her gave him a little bit of feeling. Enough to stop him.
Wow.
He tells her, "You saved my life, Lily, and you weren't even trying."
Just her presence, unintentional kindness.
Yeah. It deepens their connection profoundly, binds them in this way neither expected.
That's incredibly intense.
And their affection grows through these simple, sweet moments. They snuggle, share quiet time. There's a quick kiss on her collarbone that makes Lily feel all kinds of things.
A teenage awakening.
Right. And Alice shows his care too, baking her cookies, carving a wooden heart from the oak tree in her yard. Such a symbolic gesture rooted in her home, his place of safety.
That's beautiful.
Their time together ends with a sad goodbye when he leaves for the Marines. It's necessary, but painful. But he leaves her with this promise, this hope, Boston, where everything is better.
A place they might reunite.
Yeah, a hope for a better future for both of them.
And it raises that question again, doesn't it? How many small acts, even just being present, have these huge life-altering impacts we never even know about?
Profound to think about.
The impact of this first love, Atlas's revelation, it's undeniable, even if it wasn't destined to be a forever thing right then, given their circumstances.
A homeless teen and a young girl.
Exactly, but their hearts got fused together along the way. It wasn't conventional, but it shaped Lily's capacity for empathy and literally saved Atlas's life. His honesty, her unintentional rescue. It speaks volumes about human connection.
Yeah.
Their separation is forced by circumstances, but that promise of Boston hangs there, a beacon of hope, a testament to their bond.
But the diary segment ends on a darker note, revealing Lily's father's actions after Atlas leaves.
Oh, right. This is awful.
It really is. He completely twists the story, paints himself as a hero, saving his daughter from this homeless boy who manipulated her into having sex with him, spreads horrible gossip, shames Lily and the family.
Just despicable, manipulative, and abusive.
But even then, as a teenager, Lily defends Atlas fiercely, tells someone Atlas was a better human than she'd ever be, showing that defiant strength even then.
Foreshadowing her future.
Definitely. But this whole painful period, her father's cruelty, losing Atlas, it leads her to stop writing to Ellen. She says, "Writing to you reminds me of him, and it all hurts too much."
The diary becomes too painful a reminder.
Yeah. But later, she reflects with this gained maturity that Atlas wasn't supposed to be my whole life. Maybe he was only supposed to be a part of it.
Acknowledging that relationships shape us, but don't have to define our whole path.
Exactly. A sign that her journey towards independence was already starting, even back then. Okay, so let's jump back to the present. To adult Lily in Boston, she's finally going after her dream.
Opening the flower shop.
Lily blooms, yes. And she's doing it with help from Ryle's sister, Alyssa, who becomes a really close friend. You feel Lily's excitement, her pride. She says she busted my ass to make it come true. The soft opening sounds vibrant, full of energy.
A real achievement for her.
Definitely. And then, almost like fate pulling strings again, Ryle comes back into her life. serendipitously almost.
How does that happen?
She sprains her ankle at the shop,
Mm.
and Alyssa calls her brother Ryle, the neurosurgeon, to check it out.
Ah, convenient.
Right. So he rushes over, and he shifts from just being Alyssa's brother to this tender caretaker. He examines her ankle gently, gets ice, reassures her, and the chemistry between them is just immediate,
Yeah.
potent.
Undeniable.
Yeah. He lights up when she tells him the shop's name, Lily Blooms. He seems genuinely proud she's opening her own business. It's a
Yeah.
really sweet moment, full of potential, that pull of attraction.
And the narrative really captures that rapid progression, doesn't it? How quickly their relationship takes off.
Incredibly fast.
Ryle, despite saying he hated the idea of commitment, preferring one-night stands, he gets deeply involved with Lily almost instantly.
Yeah, his previous statements seem to just evaporate.
It's this whirlwind romance, intense attraction, this feeling of compatibility that seems so right at first. He's drawn to her ambition, her kindness. She's drawn to his intelligence, his drive, that vulnerability she saw on the roof.
It feels magnetic.
It really does. And it highlights how powerful that early stage of love can be, how it can sometimes make you overlook potential red flags because the connection feels so strong.
You get swept up.
Exactly. Swept up. It's a potent portrayal of how quickly deep feelings can develop, sometimes masking those underlying issues.
And their romance just blossoms, moves at lightning speed. It's almost a blur of intense feelings and big gestures. We see their connection deepen physically and emotionally. Lily even notes, "This time we make love," distinguishing it from earlier encounters.
Signaling a new level of intimacy.
Right. She finds real joy with him. He says he sleeps better with her there. They have their first phone call, a small step, but significant.
Building those relationship milestones quickly.
Very quickly. And Ryle's dedication seems immense through these grand gestures. He surprises her with a whole new apartment. Just finds it and says, "It's perfect."
Wow, that's a huge step.
Huge. It signals serious intent. He's genuinely thrilled when her shop gets voted best new businesses in Boston. And he's hitting career highs, too, getting prestigious training at Cambridge.
So they're both succeeding, building this life together.
Seems that way. Lily admits she finds his ambition kind of sexy. And he has this recurring fascination with her mouth, which seems almost tender. But there's still that little hint of something unresolved, a slight stiffness, when she asks about his deceased brother Emerson.
A crack in the facade.
Just a tiny one, but it's there.
And then we hit that pivotal turn, the first major undeniable warning sign.
Yeah, this is rough.
Lily finds Atlas's old phone number, crumpled up. Rye finds it, actually.
Right, Ryle finds it, and his reaction is explosive.
Pure rage, possessiveness, jealousy. He apparently says something like, that's weird. Lily doesn't hide things from me. Instantly assuming the worst.
Doesn't even ask for an explanation.
Nope. Calls the number, gets Atlas's voicemail, and just loses it. Throws Lily's phone across the room, shattering it.
It's terrifying.
And in that instant, Lily's perception flips. He goes from partner to potential threat. Her thought is stark. He's going to leave me, or he's going to hurt me.
Chilling.
This violence, it provides crucial context. It reveals the depth of his anger issues, and then he confesses, right, about his brother.
Yes. In agony, he confesses he accidentally shot his 5-year-old brother Emerson when they were kids.
Oh my God, that explains so much. The trauma, the guilt.
It explains the deep scars he carries, the trigger for his volatility, but it doesn't excuse the action now.
Absolutely not. And Lily's struggle in that moment, it's heartbreaking. Empathy for his past trauma versus fear and pain from his present actions.
She immediately compares him to her father.
Right, and wrestles with that deep fear of becoming her mother, thinking, I'm supposed to be the woman my mother was never strong enough to be. It's an intense internal conflict.
It really sets up her dilemma and her initial response to this violence.
Yeah.
It's so important given her background. She's trying so hard not to repeat the past.
She tries to set a boundary immediately.
She does. Looks him right in the eye, scared but determined, and says, if anything like that ever happens again, I'll know that this time wasn't just an accident, and I'll leave you without a second thought.
Drawing a line.
A very clear line. And Ryle, he gives this desperate apology, seems genuinely remorseful. It won't happen again, Lily. I swear I'm not like him. He tells her he loves her.
Promises to change.
Yeah. And then in a move that seems like giving her space, maybe proving he's serious, or maybe just needing to escape himself, he decides to take a job offer in England for 3 months.
Puts physical distance between them.
Right. Pays all the bills for the apartment, gives her the keys. It's this unspoken acknowledgement, isn't it? that he knows that an apology will never take back what he did.
And that space is necessary.
Desperately needed, if not for healing, at least to pause things. It's a powerful, though temporary end to that terrifying incident. Fundamentally changes their dynamic. So Ryle's gone to England for 3 months. This period of separation, full of uncertainty for Lily, leads to another huge moment. She discovers she's pregnant.
Wow. While he's away.
Yes. And initially she's just terrified, feels isolated, questions if she can do it alone, haunted by her own childhood. She thinks, to grow up in a broken home or an abusive one, I've already failed this baby.
The weight of history repeating itself feels crushing.
Totally suffocating. But then she finds support, real joy, with her friends Alyssa and Marshall. Alyssa's just amazing.
Ryle's sister.
Yeah. She reassures Lily, you're going to be a great mom, Lily. This baby is really lucky. And it's that friendship, that unconditional support that allows Lily to start feeling excited, hopeful, despite everything.
That support system is crucial.
Absolutely.
And this is where that theme of inherited trauma and the courage needed to confront it really comes into focus. That conversation Lily has with her mother. It's absolutely pivotal.
It's incredibly powerful.
Our mother shares this hard-won wisdom from her own life with Lily's abusive father. The advice is just raw, no sugarcoating. Every incident chips away at your limit. Every time you choose to stay, it makes the next time that much harder to leave.
Chillingly accurate.
Eventually, you lose sight of your limit altogether. You start to think, I've lasted 5 years now. What's 5 more? And she pleads with Lily. Don't be like me, Lily.
Heartbreaking, but necessary.
And maybe the most profound insight she offers, the kind that comes from deep reflection on suffering, is this. If Ryle truly loves you, he wouldn't allow you to take him back. He would make the decision to leave you himself so that he knows for a fact he can never hurt you again.
Wow. That reframes love completely.
It really does. That's the kind of love a woman deserves, Lily. It challenges that whole idea that love conquers abuse. It's a blueprint for respect. And then that moment where her mother reveals how proud she was of Lily's eulogy for her father.
Refusing to say anything good about him.
It was the proudest I have ever been of you. You were strong when I was scared. And she urges Lily, be that girl, Lily, brave and bold.
Gives her permission to be strong.
Exactly. This conversation is so crucial for the listener too, right? Recognizing those patterns, especially family patterns, and finding the courage to break them. Choosing safety, even when it's the hardest choice.
It's about protecting the next generation.
Precisely.
So after that really transformative talk, Ryle returns from England. There's still tension, obviously, but the focus shifts quickly to the baby's arrival. The birth is dramatic, joyful, but also bittersweet.
How does Ryle re-engage?
He seems desperate to be involved, to commit to the family, help set up the nurseries, paints a mural. He seems genuinely excited about being a dad, talks to Lily's belly, shows real affection for the baby before she's even born.
Trying to prove himself.
Feels like it. Then the labor is fast and furious. Water breaks, frantic hospital drive, rapid delivery. And in that moment of pure joy, Ryle announces, it's a girl. Lily, we have a daughter.
A moment of potential peace.
For a second, yeah. And they name her Emmy, short for Emerson.
After his brother, wow.
It connects the past loss with this new life. A fragile kind of hope, maybe.
But it is bittersweet, isn't it, the birth? Because while Ryle shows this overwhelming love for Emmy, saying, I already love this baby more than I've ever loved anything.
Yeah, he seems genuinely smitten.
The fundamental problems with Lily, the tension, the history, it's still there, unresolved.
It doesn't magically disappear?
No, it just adds another layer of complexity. Lily's conflict continues, even amidst the joy. It really shows how tangled emotions get when love, trauma, and new life all collide. Happiness isn't simple anymore.
Definitely not. And right around this time, while Lily's navigating new motherhood and Ryle's complicated presence, Atlas comes back into the picture.
Ah, Atlas. How does he reappear?
We find out he's done really well for himself. He owns a popular restaurant in Boston called Bibbs on Marketson.
Bibbs?
Exactly. It's an homage to Lily, referencing the bibs of food she used to bring him.
Oh, that's incredibly touching. Shows how much she meant to him.
It really does. Their reunion happens at the restaurant. Lily's pregnant, sees him. It's awkward. So much unsaid history.
Must have been intense.
Yeah. Later, there's a key moment at Atlas's apartment. His friends mention someone named Cassie, and Atlas clarifies there is no Cassie.
Oh, so he wasn't seeing someone else.
No. And Lily realizes, with this sort of painful clarity, that Atlas deliberately stayed away because he thought she'd be happier without him. He prioritized what he thought she wanted over his own feelings.
Always putting her happiness first, even mistakenly.
Exactly. All he's ever wanted for me was happiness. His selfless love is such a stark contrast to Ryle's possessiveness. And after another incident with Ryle, Lily makes this clear statement at Alice's place. I'm not covering for him this time. She refuses a medical exam later, signaling she's made a decision about Ryle.
That considerate nature of Atlas, even when it hurts him, it's defining. His steady support, even from a distance, contrasts so sharply with Ryle's volatility.
Completely different kinds of love.
And that conversation at his apartment, after Ryle hurts her again, Atlas tells her, if you ever need me, I want you to call me, but only if it's an emergency. I'm not capable of being casual with you, Lily.
Sets a clear boundary, but offers ultimate support.
Right. It shows the depth of their bond. It's always been all in or not in at all for them. He respects their connection too much for casual friendship, especially now. He's that safe harbor, but she has to be ready, truly free, to go there.
Which leads us to the resolution. Lily's ultimate decision.
The breaking point.
Yes. With Emmy born, with her mother's words echoing, Lily finally makes the choice, leaves Ryle. Breaks the cycle for her daughter. She confronts him, no longer intimidated, just full of strength. Even if you would have walked into my bedroom and caught us in bed together, you still would not have the right to lay a hand on me, you goddamn son of a bitch.
Wow. Full empowerment.
Absolutely. And Ryle. He's devastated. His world falls apart. He pleads, please don't take this away from me, Lily, please. Desperate not to lose his daughter. But Lily holds firm. He eventually leaves, takes a job in Minnesota. His departure is this quiet acknowledgement of her strength.
She stood her ground.
He did. And Lily processes it all, feels vindictive at first, even worries she's like her father in her anger, but then recognizes the strength it took. She's not weak for protecting Emmy. She refuses to repeat her mother's path.
Honing her choice.
Totally. And the story ends with this poignant full circle moment with Atlas. Lily, with Emmy in the stroller, deliberately seeks him out on the street.
Not by chance this time.
No, it's her choice. She calls his name Atlas. They finally face each other, this look of understanding between them. And she urgently tells him, I forgot to tell you Emerson's, implying she's sharing Emmy's full name.
Connecting Emmy to Emerson, to Ryle's past, but through Lily now.
Exactly. It feels symbolic. A new beginning for her and Emmy, but also this quiet promise of a different future, maybe with Atlas, built on support and real understanding.
And the author, Colleen Hoover, specifically said she wanted to show a realistic situation, explore those complexities of love mixed with abuse. Critically, Lily's empowerment comes from her own choice to leave for her daughter. She wasn't rescued by a knight in shining armor.
That's a key point.
It was vital that Lily found the same strength her mother eventually did. And that final acknowledgement to Ellen DeGeneres, Lily and Atlas are grateful for your shine. It brings that childhood diary theme back beautifully, highlighting hope, light emerging from darkness, how even distant inspiration can matter.
Hashtag outro. So wrapping up this deep dive, what does this all mean for you, listening to these insights from It Ends With Us?
Lily's journey really underscores the importance of self-worth, doesn't it? And the sheer courage it takes to break those generational cycles of trauma.
Absolutely. And it forces us to look at the different forms love can take. Some are healthy, supportive, others are destructive, damaging, and often disguised as intense passion.
It definitely makes you re-examine strength and resilience.
Indeed. Stories like this aren't just entertainment. They're vital explorations of human resilience, the incredibly complex, sometimes agonizing decisions we face in love and life. They challenge us to look past the surface.
To understand the deeper forces at play.
Exactly. Especially when trauma and societal expectations are involved. They prompt us to think about how we recognize and break free from patterns that harm us or those we care about. So as you reflect on this, maybe think about Lily's mother's words. Every incident chips away at your limit. Every time you choose to stay, it makes the next time that much harder to leave. What are your own naked truths about boundaries in your relationships, personal, professional, whatever?
Yeah, what are those limits?
And what would it take for you to be brave and bold, as her mother urged, in protecting them? For yourself or for someone you love?
And maybe also consider the nuances of love and abuse that this novel portrays so unflinchingly. How often do our standard societal narratives fall short of capturing the complex emotional reality?
They often simplify things too much.
They do. How can stories like Lily's help us all cultivate more empathy, more critical awareness, and ultimately more courage to make those difficult choices that lead towards a healthier future?
Lots to think about. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today, for sharing these sources and letting us explore these really powerful themes with you.
We appreciate you tuning in and engaging with us.
We hope this discussion has offered some valuable perspective and plenty to reflect on.